And now we're going to go and order some wood from a local vendor. He can then kind of prepare it for us, sand it for us, take care of it. You may have seen him in one of the previous vlogs. We're going to go again. Some people asked, why is his back, why is he like bent over like this? It's a common phenomena here in rural Thailand, and it usually comes from them working in the rice fields, and they're picking the rice, so they bent over all day for long periods, and eventually they kind of get stuck that way. A lot of the older Thais that work the rice field are kind of stuck like that. There was also some comments from people to say, you know, in the UK or something, they would be on welfare, they wouldn't be able to work, but yet they can continue to work here. They do, they continue to work even though they've got health issues and they may be like disabled in some way. They continue to kind of push on through, and they're strong. They're very, very strong people. I wonder, I helped the builder yesterday a little bit, and my back is like knackered, and that's from one day, and it just made me think about this guy does it every day. You know what I mean? So it's amazing, really, like how strong a lot of these guys are out in the rice field. These farmers, some of the strongest human beings that I know. Damo's brother also pimped our Selang. He added these lights on the front here. Little switch on, little yellow or white lights, very pimping. And as you may hear now, Damo is a little bit sick, so is Otis. And this would be a perfect place to mention fruiting body mushrooms. If you're based in Thailand, do check out my links in the description where you can get different mushrooms such as reishi, lion's mane, turkey tail, all available through Lazada, and there's a discount if you go through Shopee. The reason I think that I'm not sick and Damo is currently sick, and so the boys, is because I pop my reishi mushrooms every day. I actually double my dose. I do 4 capsules of high extract ratio fruiting body mushrooms every single day, and it really helps boost your immune system. A double whammy with the reishi also is that they make you feel quite relaxed, so I have them at night time before bed for a better night's sleep. So you're really getting 2 for 1. A little bit anti-anxiety, a little bit relaxing, and immuno boosting. As I've said, check out the link below in the description, and you'll find fruiting body available there for those of you that are based in Thailand, or if you happen to be passing through, you can order them on your next holiday. So this is the place where you get the wood done. See, he makes a lot of good stuff. These tables here, this little table that he was finishing off last time I was here, he's selling for just 700 baht. So, and then he makes these kind of wooden platforms that Thais will use to relax, or sometimes they use as beds. Looks like he's not here today, actually. So we never know, guys. We don't pre-plan anything. We just vlog what is going down. Damo thinks this is expensive, but as some subscribers have mentioned on this channel, in Australia or UK, you'll be paying a lot more for a piece of wood like this, about 10 times more. So
I get from my auntie 500 baht.
Yeah, but she ain't got any left. She have? Round the corner? We'll go and take a look in a minute then. She knows that her auntie doesn't want to sell them. She wants to keep them, doesn't she?
I will ask her first.
You mean you persuade her? Dạ mấy mạo? ทำอะไรครับ
นั่งอยู่คุยกันอยู่
นั่งอยู่คุยกันอยู่
กันอยู่กับเรา
ไม่ได้เก็บพักวันนี้เหรอ
เก็บ
ใช่ไหม
เก็บได้ทุกวันเลย
ดี
จ้า
ครับผมครับ Some might recognize that lady. She's the one that she collects all the wild veg that's on the street, but I think she also enjoys a bit of rice whiskey from time to time, so it's you end up like that if you drink too much. non sabai. So Damo says this is about the wood here.
This one, she already made a bed.
This is Damo's auntie that we bought the wood from the cottage last time. The little boy here now lives with Damo's auntie because his father, who's also been on the vlog before, passed away not too long ago. It was a motorbike accident. He was coming around a corner very fast and a rice truck reversed out and he hit the rice truck. So that was it. Now he's got no dad, unfortunately. We weren't close, like we didn't know each other really well, but it's a sad story for the little boy who now doesn't have a dad, and that's the danger of motorbikes here in Thailand. What was just said? Huh? No, they know already anyway. Damo was just saying that if I ask, the price will be higher than if her dad asks. That's Farang price. So yeah, at least they're honest about it, yeah. If the foreigner asks, I mean this is just standard knowledge, you know, these days. But yeah, even in the village, if I ask, it's this price. But if a dad asks, it's a different price. But that's not because of any hate for Farang or anything like that. It's because her dad kind of looks really broke. He actually isn't broke, he's got 30 odd raya land. But he looks broke and he kind of take a sympathetic attitude kind of thing, and the neighbours and the long-time friends. It's mates rates. You know, in the UK, you don't, if somebody you don't know comes to you to buy something, you're going to try and get the best price you can, right? But if your mate comes to you and says, oh, I want to buy it, you're going to give them mates rates. So don't get all like your knickers in a twist when you hear Farang prices, the Chinese Farang prices. Sometimes there's a very good, reasonable explanation behind it, and that's mates rates. Here's a little update on our flash guy. Look what he's got on his bike today. Got a big duvet, TV boxes. Why, man? No. He's carrying all this on his bike. เคยล้มไหม
ก็ทำหนักก็ล้มบ้างครับ
I said, did you ever fall over? He said, yeah, if it's heavy, then you fall over. So this is, for those that don't know, I mentioned this flash guy before. He's the guy that I give a tip from time to time. Look at the state. He's got a carry on his bike. You'd think they'd give him a car, wouldn't you? But no. When I first moved to Isan, this kind of music, I was like, no thanks. I'm a jazz musician anyway, so I'm a saxophone player and I'm into blues and stuff like that. But I mean a wide range too. Me and Otis will listen to System of a Down, we'll listen to heavy metal, we'll listen to indie, you know, real eclectic. But for this I wasn't so keen. But now, after years of living here, I love it. There's nowhere quite like Isan. I'm not saying it's better than anywhere else. I'm just saying it's very distinct in the culture, the people, the music, particularly this area of Isan, because it's Khmer. So there's a lot of Khmer influence here. There's it's not 100% Thai. Like, of course it's Thai, but it's not quintessential Thai. It has a lot of the Khmer spiritual beliefs, music, obviously language, infused into it, which makes it like a particular eclectic mix of goodness, in my opinion. There's just something about the people here that are just a little bit different. The culture's a little bit different in this particular area of Isan. So I know that's probably a bit vague. I've not done very well at explaining it, but it just ain't Bangkok, it ain't Pattaya, it ain't Hua Hin. It isn't even other certain areas of Isan. It's just very particular where I am. Maybe that's why the vlog's so popular, because on the vlog you see so much of this culture intertwined, the music and the ceremonies and things like that. Maybe that's what is quite unique about it. I wouldn't say every rural village has its similarities, every rural village in Thailand, but I wouldn't say every rural village in Thailand is like our little village. It's a special place. And the point of me jumping on now is to give you guys another clue of what we're building here. So obviously one part of this is my house, is where I'm going to live, is my room, and It's a bigger space now because we have another puppy as well, and we're going to build him a little puppy house inside here. I needed a bigger space anyway, but there's another second room that I'm building, and some of you have already kind of had a few good guesses. And here's the next clue. Is the stainless steel sink that I'm just about to put together myself. I've got a stainless steel sink and worktop that's going to go in there. A sneak peek at the door as well that's going to go on the front, which is beautiful custom wooden with glass inside. I should also mention as well, we've had no power all day today. So the builders, instead of finishing the roof, which was their plan, I've actually just decided to start filling this in with mud and rubble. They do this to save money on the fill of the concrete. So I just, when in Thailand, do what the Thais do. I don't question much of this. There was a subscriber that said, you know, put plastic underneath, and I appreciate it. I'm sure it's a good idea that it stops the damp coming up and things like that. But I read about it, and you had to have it like purely flat, and it had to be one piece. It can't be multiple pieces. So it would have took time to order that, and we kind of just want to crack on. And these Thai builds, a lot of them have been standing for many, many decades, and there's no problem with them. But I say that with a genuine appreciation of the subscriber. He's a ex-builder of what he suggested. I've kind of taken it on board. There's other things as well, like people say, oh, don't use those roofs. Whatever you do on a build, people say, oh, I know, don't do that, or don't do this. Like, don't use the blocks, or don't use the tiles, or you kind of get used to that, and that's just the kind of the way of the internet. It's our human nature, isn't it? Sometimes I look at people doing things and I think, well, I'd probably do that a bit differently, or I have this experience or that experience. We're going what works for us. We had a shitload of tiles, so it'd just be a waste for us to change for something else, just for sake of insulation. And we found that our insulation on the cottages work quite well if we use the bags of insulation that are over there. So that's worked quite well for us. We also use a ceiling that's got a foil on the top. It's a double insulated ceiling. So yeah, I mean, you can there's many times where I do take on the advice of subscribers, but in this case I won't be doing, and I don't think it'll have too much of an impact on the build, and we appreciate the advice. Is it just me, or does anybody else find it like strangely cathartic and satisfying to pull off plastic from stainless steel and electronics like this? So that's one stainless steel sink. It's around 100 centimeters by 60 centimeters out. It was around 4,000 baht in Thai baht, and I bought it alongside a stainless steel table. I'd be interested to know how much in your country a stainless steel sink like this would be selling for, but I know that in the UK they don't come cheap. But it's really coming along. It's really changed the look and the feel of the farm. To be honest, in the hot season, one thing that we learnt was you're locked indoors, and if you're going to be locked indoors in the hot season, the aircon, it's just facts of life, you know. If you're going to be indoors, same like in the UK, if it's really cold, you get locked indoors. Just staying warm, you know what I mean. And if you're going to be locked indoors, you want more indoor space. So to have this extra space now, there's more indoor space for us, more air conditioned space, and with a big family, we're a family of 4 now. You know, when we started, we were 2.5. Now we're a family of 4, believe it or not. I can't believe it sometimes, guys. So all of it, I think, is necessary. And again, I know I keep teasing on this vlog. I'm going to give you it's going to be a massive anticlimax when I tell you at the end what this build is for. But there's still a secret. Nobody's guessed it yet in the comments. There's a few people come close. But there is a fundamental use of this space that I've not announced yet. Somebody guessed that, is it an Airbnb or a homestay? And that's a no. Our farmhouse is the Airbnb and the homestay. Somebody guessed, is it for the cactus? So, and I can tell you that we're doing a transparent roof there, and the front is for the cactus, so the San Pedro cactus. But there is a room in here, and it's a special little room, and it serves a function. What clues can I give away? Its function is, in the case of my expiry, my no longer being here, the kids and Damo can keep going. That's all I'm saying. I'm not giving any more away. For anybody that follows this vlog knows what I'm talking about. For anybody that just joined on this vlog, you're probably like, what is this guy even talking about? But the whole farm has really changed. They're catching a pig over there and taking it off. So they're all lifting it up onto a truck. I generally don't show these things. This is part of Damo's mum's business. But I don't vlog that kind of stuff. It's a little bit intense for some people. It's one of the reasons we stopped eating pork. You know, I'll have it from time to time, but we kind of cut it out of the diet. We just have chicken, but that's because I've seen these pigs go off to the chopping house. But yeah, it's really changed the look and the feel of the farm. The other thing is more shade as well. So there's more shade on the farm. This is it for building on the farm. There'll be nothing else built on the farm after this, apart from the carport that I've been talking about, somewhere to put the car, but that isn't really a big structure. This is it for building, and we're really happy with it so far. As ever, it started off as a small little room, and now we've expanded and expanded, and we said, oh, now we're going to build it this big and this big, but what can you do? I think you're going to like the finish, guys, anyway. Stay tuned on the vlog to see the finish.